Wednesday, June 21st, Don Mafia live, your go-to show for late-breaking NFL news, accompanied by some of the finest amateur analysis on the face of the planet. What is going on, Bills Mafia and other NFL aficionados, enthusiasts? Fine day from where I am standing. We certainly have a lot to talk about. I saw a little bit in the live chat. One person even mentioned the fact that Tyreek Hill ended up knocking out some innocent Marino worker in Miami. And funniest thing was that I was going to make that stream about that, right? the whole Tyreek Hill situation. And then I was also going to discuss Jack Jones for sort of trying to smuggle on some illegal firearms onto a plane. So essentially our AFC East rivals are in shambles. And it's so great because how bad were they abusing us for the Stephon Diggs situation last week? Karma is certainly a beautiful, beautiful thing. But that whole theme ended up getting pushed to the sideline because we ended up seeing that Eric Washington was named about 30, 40 minutes ago as the assistant head coach of the Buffalo Bills. And many of us are probably saying, why the hell would we do that, Dan? What does that mean for Sean McDermott? Is Sean McDermott in trouble? No, not at all. And we are going to discuss why I think they did it. Actually, I don't think that it's going to be any sort of groundbreaking take. I think it's, I would say, very straightforward as into why that Sean McDermott wants some extra help at the head coach position, especially due to his new responsibility as a defensive coordinator as well this upcoming year. So that's going to be the main topic of today. As always, we are going to allow the live chat to take control of this episode, discuss whatever topic that you would like to, but the main focus, Eric Washington. And then I'm also fine to laugh at the expense of Tyreek Hill as well, and also Jack Jones. However, right before we do dive into all of that, Don Mafia Live, as always, is sponsored by the Manta Sleep Mask. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you what, I've been sleeping like a drunk baby, okay, for the past couple of months. I'm not going to lie to you. This thing is the most comfortable sleep mask I have seen in my entire life. It's comfortable on my eyelids, and not a peep of light breaks through my damn eyeballs. So REM sleep is so achievable. It is absolutely through the roof. Best thing about it is that Manta Sleep Mask is hooking up my audience. Just go to that link right in my description, and they're going to give you a additional 10% off of your first order. There's a bunch of different color schemes. There's different models. It works for a great gift. Girlfriend, mother, friend that has difficulty sleeping, maybe a YouTuber. I don't know. Just go on ahead. Cop yourself a Manta Sleep Mask. You will not be disappointed. Proud sponsor of the Don Mafia live show. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and pull this information up. As many of you just saw about 30, 40 minutes ago, Eric Washington was just promoted to the assistant coach of the Buffalo Bills. Let's go ahead and share the screen, give you the headline here. I'm sure you've already seen it. I'm sure you've seen this guy right here, our dude, defensive line coach. Now, don't get me wrong. He's still going to be responsible for the defensive line. Hopefully, he can really get these guys going this year, because as soon as when Von Miller was out of the equation, then dude man ended up, as always, the defensive line ended up sort of not being quite as productive as it was once Vaughn was out there. But super excited to see what he's doing to our defensive line this year. And then also, he's the assistant head coach, baby. He's the assistant head coach. This guy is going to be helping Sean McDermott call the damn shots going on into 2023. So the thing is that I look at it from this perspective, and I feel like everybody on earth, once they saw this news, they saw the writing on the wall. This is not by any means where Sean McDermott feels like, oh my God, like this is going to be a struggle. Or maybe the front office said, yeah, Sean, you're in trouble, so we're going to give you some help. Not the case at all. Sean McDermott being head coach of this organization, and then now also taking on the whole defensive coordinator side of things, you were essentially asking the CEO of a major corporation to also take the responsibilities of, let's say, the CFO. Essentially, you're asking a CEO to also perform the same responsibilities of a CFO of like a giant publicly traded company. It's going to be very difficult, especially to be effective. I think that this is an absolutely brilliant move. I really do, because that was one of our largest concerns going on into this season with Sean having to focus so heavily on play calling for the defense. Was he going to be able to fulfill some of those very important responsibilities that the head coach has? From what I understand, Eric Washington is a very highly respected coach across the organization. I think that this move is absolutely brilliant. And quite frankly, this also alleviates a lot of the concerns that I have had once I heard that Sean McDermott was going to be playing both of these roles. Both of these are going to be solid. It just goes to show you that he doesn't have a lot of confidence in some of the offensive coaches. That's for damn sure. He's bringing yet another defensive head coach on top of that to sort of marry their responsibilities and clean up effectiveness. I am 1,010% happy about this. Let's make this work. Hippie, let it bang, says, hey, just in time. Brother, listen, you know, Don Mafia Live, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. EST. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, like this video. It's completely free. It takes less than a second to accomplish, and it helps me out with the YouTube algorithm significantly. I love seeing some familiar faces in the live chat. I love seeing other fan bases join in. I love seeing all of the consistent support. You guys are the reason why I do this each and every single Monday through Friday. I sincerely enjoy talking about this. Leah, what is going on? Hope everything is going well at work today. Let's go Bills is right. Ronald Enix, what's up, Dan? Hey, man, things are good. Sitting here going on ahead, and I'm drinking my coffee. So I was talking to my buddy, and like he was telling me some of the benefits of like a 3-day fast, and I'm on day 1 of a 3-day fast. All right, like he's like a giant hippie. And he was telling me about how like it like resets your whatever. So I guess as long as I drink 1 or 2 glasses of water with some natural, I would say it's the electrolytes, sea salt or like Himalayan pink salt. That's all I need. That and just like slam regular water, like a gallon of it, black coffee. So I will let you know if I appear to be grumpy tomorrow. You know why? Because I'm going to be doing it. But you know what? I'm trying it out. If I pass out, then you will know exactly why. What the Dolphins will said now, karma is a B. Dude, I was really hoping that TMZ would have come out with a video of like Tyreek Hill just like slapping a Marina employee. I really wish that I could be a fly on the wall to see how that transpired, how that progressed. I feel like that we're not surprised. I do know that he has had a lot of issues, especially with assaulting others. But who knows? We have no idea like what a suspension might look like for that. And the NFL is really weird when it comes down into overall suspensions. I mean, like they'll completely make you sit out for putting a $5 parlay on the WNBA. But you could literally like punch your girlfriend in the face and just like have to sit out 2 games. It's wild how the NFL like just sort of structures these overall punishments and suspensions. Completely blows my mind. Who's working with Sean McDermott? It is going to be Eric Washington, our defensive line coach. He is now donning the title assistant head coach, which I'm completely fine with. I think that it's good to go on ahead and sort of repurpose some of the responsibilities so that we can have an equal amount of effort, regardless if there's 2 people sharing those responsibilities or not. So I am completely fine. Next time, try omelets with toast. Gotta love it. Glenn, I did miss you yesterday, bro. That's for sure. Luckily, I was not here yesterday. I would have crushed you about your disrespect to Bills. No disrespect. Bills failed. Don't deserve. Oh, Glenn. Come on, Glenn. Come on, bro. It's not even my turn tonight on the AFC East Roundtable. I believe it's whose turn is it tonight? I feel like it might be the Jets' turn. Okay. So Tyreek will just pay them off. I mean, I take a punch for a payday any day of the week. Absolutely. Absolutely. It does depend on how much the check was, right? And it depends on who was throwing the punch. I mean, are we talking prime Mike Tyson? Yeah, my invoice is going to be a little larger. Okay. Tyreek Hill, I take a punch for like 10 grand. Yeah, I take a punch for 10 grand from Tyreek Hill if all things were going from that. And so, of course, Tyreek would beat on women. It's what he's used to. I didn't hear that dude man ended up punching out a woman. I just heard that it was an employee of a marina. Say that it was a woman, I would certainly. Let's figure this out. Let's figure out the goods right here. Let's figure out what's going on with Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill. Let's see what the official reports are saying. All right. The haul over marina incident. Okay, let's read this together. This is story time about Tyreek Hill punching an employee. Was it a woman? Let's see. We're about to find out. Miami Dolphins star Tyreek Hill is under investigation. Okay, blah, blah, blah. He shared on an Instagram story over the weekend showing a Father's Day celebration on a boat. And according to a tip received by Local 10 News, at 6 p.m. Sunday, Hill got into some kind of disagreement with an employee of one of the charter companies based at the Hull Over Marina that apparently ended with Hill hitting the man. It's unclear if, okay, it was a man. It's unclear if the man was injured, but on Monday, Miami-Dade police were seen at the marina, and on Tuesday, the department confirmed an investigation was underway involving Tyreek Hill. So now we know wasn't a woman, and so we definitely don't want to slander the guy a little bit, you know? Like, dude just went on ahead and he punched some dude doing his job, you know? Still pretty shitty, but at least it wasn't a woman this time. That's always good. Calling timeouts. I mean, honestly, I feel like anybody is better at calling timeouts than Sean McDermott. So I really hope that Eric Washington is taking over that situation. That would be fantastic. Head Start. Hey, Dan, how's your day going? I finally have 50 subscribers on YouTube. Head Start, congratulations, my friend. Listen, I will tell you what, dude, the YouTube journey is certainly a long one, but if you stick with it, I promise you it is worth it. It's the best thing on the face of the planet. You just keep on working at it. I promise you, you will get to where you're going. You just need to put in that work. It takes a lot, dude. It takes a lot of balls. It takes a lot of balls to be a YouTuber. It really does. 110%, especially when it comes down into covering football, because you're putting your face out there. You're giving your takes. You're not some kid that's just like hiding behind a phone and like he's chirping somebody else, like doing his thing, like staying anonymous. What you're doing takes a lot of balls, and you should be proud of yourself, really. So congratulations. Keep on fighting, my friend, and your dreams will come true. You don't fail until you quit, and I sincerely believe that. Making an assistant coach makes sense to me. This makes McDermott available in other areas where we may need help. Just like any leadership role, don't get tied up in one spot. I entirely agree with you. Like I said, if he were to exclusively handle head coach and defensive coordinator, it's like asking a CEO to also perform the duties of a CFO, COO. It just doesn't make sense, okay? Switch around some of the responsibilities and make it equally effective. I definitely agree with that. Leah is saying that it's a better day today. Great to have more time to joining the chat. That's great. I sincerely hope that your Wednesday is filled with a bunch of emails and not random Zoom calls. I definitely get that. Dre is coming in saying, Bills suck. You need to worry about Tyreek Hill not being on your squad for 8 weeks, my friend. You need to worry about Tyreek Hill not being on your squad for 8 weeks. I'm pretty sure the Bills play it within that time frame. So that's not good. That is not good. I am the Ice King. Look at that. Head Start says, wait, what happened to Tyreek? He punched an innocent employee doing his job, man. That's what Tyreek Hill did. Look at that. Tyreek is not getting suspended. Losers. Losers? How are we losers, man? How are we losers? No profile picture, Dre. How are we losers, bro? Of course he's getting suspended. He punched out a fucking employee, dude. And so you think there's going to brush that under the rug? Oh, it's Tyreek being Tyreek, man. You know, just knocking out some 19-year-old employee at the marina. Yeah, you're right, dude. Meanwhile, they're suspending somebody an entire season of football because they gambled $10 on and so a New Zealand cricket league. Okay, dude, grow up and learn how to read context clues. 110%. Dominique Cortez, there's still time for that video to surface, and we are going to dedicate an entire stream play-by-play. I will give you a play-by-play of Tyreek Hill cocking back and knocking out this guy, being like, excuse me, Mr. Hill, I said the boat needed to be returned by 5 p.m., but you didn't get back till 6:30, so we're going to have to charge you an extra $60, and then fucking right hand right to the nose. That's exactly how I think it is. $60. Knock his ass out. That's exactly why I'm thinking. Rumors are crazy. Tyreek never punched his girlfriend. Oh, shit, you were there, dog? Shit, you were there? So you were there? I don't know about that. Like, Bills fans are hilarious, man. Dude, this kid's like in 8th grade. And so I got to stop bullying a child on this. And so I do need to understand that most of the haters are pretty young. But you know what? If you want the smoke, I'm here for it. And I'm probably teaching them a valuable lesson. Okay? Because I feel like the kids that they bully, they're not as quick-witted as somebody that's an adult. So I'm just trying to groom them, right? And just say, you know what? This is what you need to expect. This is what you need to expect when you want that smoke. You get the fucking inferno. I love that. Can we switch the roundtable to Master at work tonight, especially after the Hill incident and knowing how he hates the Dolphins? You want Master at work to be the host of the AFC's roundtable tonight. I feel like he'd be okay with it. For some reason, I thought he said something along the lines of that he wasn't going to be there tonight. I could be wrong. Richie is in some vacation spot in California. He's like living his best life. So I know that we need to have a Jets replacement. I think we're bringing back Ryan. It's definitely going to be me and TD. Master at work, more than likely. I got to text him and figure it out. But I'm talking to my people right now. It's going to have to wait. Maybe Tyreek was mad his food came with no drink or toy Happy Meal situation. It's crazy. Vegas K is coming in. Morning, Dan and Don Mafia. What are your thoughts if we brought back the no-huddle offense, the K-gun, baby? I would absolutely love that. And so I think that would be something that would like really put defenses on their toes. However, that is an older sort of themed offense. It's great, but defenses are more equipped to handle that. Like very heavy conditioning. And I'm pretty sure that Dorsey is pretty much stuck in his ways. Hopefully he's not stuck in his ways as far as red zone improvements that need to happen. But we will see what's going on. Not shocking. This is the same guy who beat the piss out of his pregnant girlfriend or wife and then beating his child a few years later. Dude, look at that, man. Get your shit together, Tyreek Hill. And so Nathaniel Hackett is much worse at calling timeouts than McDermott. I love it. I absolutely love it. And so I really need to get back on YouTube. I have 36,000 subs. I haven't even made a vid in a year. Thanks for the inspiration to get back on. Listen. And so you only lose when you give up, 110%. And so I did see your channel. It's great. And so you had great content on there. Just keep it going. Just keep it going. It's all about consistency and then also quality at the same time. It's the marriage of the two. What's with the hat, Dan? It's like 85 degrees in South Carolina. Dude, I'm not going to lie to you, man. So I am doing a fast right now, like a pretty heavy 3-day fast. And like, I'm a little cold and my desk also is right above a vent. So the AC literally blasts right on my face. So it gets pretty cold. I'm not going to lie to you, but once this is all said and done, I'll take this off and then I'm going to go to the gym. Plus I do keep my house really cold. Like I keep it like 67, 68 degrees. I don't know why. I just do. It's my thing. Glenn, my boy. So there will not be any suspensions, no charges brought up. Bill's always hoping something goes wrong in Miami, so Bills have a chance to win. Example, Tua get hurt and Hill get suspended. We always have a chance to win, baby. 8-2 since the Josh Allen era. So we ain't worried about that. Dre needs a hug. Dre does need a hug. He really does. In college, I'm sure he did. And so you got to defend the trash till the better end because he is there. Trash. Fins up. Fuck. And so you need to talk to TD or find out the facts. And so it was an altercation and Hill slapped a guy in the back of the head. Person who got slapped does not want to press charges. I mean, listen. We're going to have to talk to TD and see what's going on. As of right now, listen, okay? All right? Don't be sitting there calling the kettle black, all right? Because Dolphins fans last week were saying the same shit about Diggs, being like, oh, man, he's about to be gone. He's about to be gone. We're allowed to laugh. We're allowed to laugh. It's called karma, buddy. It's called karma. Dr. Dre is cool. This Dre sucks. Let's go Buffalo. Doesn't matter if he doesn't want to press charges. The league finds out. They can still suspend him. 110%. 110%. And so I heard it was Walking Dead style baseball bat covered in barbed wire. Oh, no. Since Allen can't throw a short pass, K-Gun wouldn't work. He could definitely throw a short pass. I just don't think if he wants to. Kim Betts is saying a 3-day fast, wet or dry. Yeah. I'm going to be drinking water, a couple of glasses of like Himalayan pink salt. Well, like not like a full glass of Himalayan pink salt, but like a pinch right in like 2 water glasses and then black coffee. That's all I'm doing. I've been reading a lot of benefits. It like resets your body and stuff like that. So today is the first day of my attempt. So say that I become grumpy or anything like that, or say I start getting ruthless with some trolls in the live chat, you might know what is going on. And so we never wish that Tua got hurt. It just happens a lot. JM716 coming on in, baby. Okay, really cold. Scott F is coming in saying, really cold. You forgot what it's like to live in upstate New York. When it's 65 degrees here, it's a heat wave. We go swimming. Man, listen, I have definitely been tamed from like southeast weather. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I mean, I don't get in the water until it's like 75 degrees. And even then, it takes me a while to adjust to it. Back when I was a kid, I can relate a million times. I can relate to that a lot. Like back when it was like 65, 63, I was hopping in the pool. Water was probably like 50-something degrees. I didn't care. It was summer. It was July. It was 68 degrees. I thought it was the best days in the face of the planet. But like now that I'm down here, man, yeah, now that I'm down here, like the new normal for me. And so the new normal for me is basically just like, yeah, I don't know. I like it. So out of 90 players, 53 make the team, 16 practice squad, 21 get cut or traded. Absolutely, man. That's how it is. Those are the difficult conversations we're going to be having here very soon. Those are the difficult conversations that we are going to be having very, very soon. I'm planning on doing a 53-man roster projection sometime this week. I'll probably do it during like a happy hour. And so a Bills Mafia happy hour. Today, I'm going to be looking through and analyzing the competition of the AFC East. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually give like truthful analysis like during that show. But the Bills Mafia happy and so the Bills Mafia happy hour episode at 5 p.m. is going to be us looking at the rest of the AFC East, the rosters, and then we're going to see whether or not that we truly believe that it is as close as the media wants us to believe. It's going to be good. Kim Betts is saying, you can do it. I know. And so if you really want to burn, take cold showers. I have one of those ice plunges. And so you see her. And so you ever see like some of those ice plunges that are it's advertised on social media? Yeah. And so I got one of those. That's hard. And so I start my day off with that typically. Or like after the gym. And so when I get back from a lift, like I'll sit in the ice bath for like 3 minutes. It sucks. It sucks. But it's very good for you. It's very good for you, I guess. Damon, what's up, man? What's up? What's going on with your boy Tyreek? No, I'm just kidding. How long until we start Shakir over Davis? Zay Dream, great question. I think Davis has a lot to prove this year. I think that he's going to have a bounce back season. I feel like he ended up playing injured last year, and then also he was called upon to do way too much. Shakir is going to predominantly be out of the slot. I'm really not seeing him line up on the outside. I'm really not. I think that he'll probably be like our predominant slot receiver, and then obviously we'll have and so our guy Dalton Kincaid running out the slot as well. Glenn is coming in saying, and so it is funny. Now only way he gets suspended is if there's a video of no video. And so it's a he said, she said. The guy just got hit. Probably already got paid to shut his mouth. Yo, dude, 10 grand, I'd take it. And so Tyreek Hill can smack me in the back of the head and just give me like 10 grand. Be like, you be all right. I'd be fine with it. I keep my mouth shut. Why not? Great take. Bills Mafia 941 comes in. And trust me, my friend, listen, I have been a huge advocate of this as well. I think our running back room has significantly improved from last year. Significantly has improved from last year. Damian Harris, if Duke can stay healthy, that's a 1,000-yard back for you. I think he's going to be RB1 for us. I really do. James Cook, I wish he would have put down a little bit more weight this offseason. He still looks a little undersized for the position, in my opinion. I do want to see him predominantly be that pass-catching back. Like, that's the scheme that I want him to fulfill as far as the Buffalo Bills offense is concerned. And then with Latavius Murray, I want that guy to be our third down guy. And so a lot of people that are coming in on the show probably think I sound like a broken record because I say that just about every show, but somebody brings in the take and I got to tell you what I'm thinking and let you know that you are not alone in what you are thinking. And so I honestly haven't been that impressed with Washington so far. We need our lines playing best in the playoffs. This will be a huge year for them because we definitely have the talent now. We 1,000% do. I think losing out on Von Miller last year certainly was not ideal for the Buffalo Bills defensive line, but hopefully Leonard Floyd is going to sort of put a Band-Aid on that, especially for the first couple of weeks that Vaughn is not going to be out there. I know Vaughn's trying to be super optimistic. He's trying to manifest that he's going to be back by week 1, but he is not. Let's be honest with ourselves. Von Miller will not be out there until week 4, if that, in my opinion. And so do you think that Shakir will be wide receiver 1 in 2 years? No, dude. He's a slot guy, you know? And so not even saying that a slot guy can't be a number 1. I feel like he's a good receiver. Okay. I really feel like he's a good receiver and I believe the hype in him. And so I believe the hype with him, right? But I don't believe the hype to an extent where a lot of people are taking it. I don't believe that he's going to be like a wide receiver 1. He's going to be good. Can I see him eventually developing into like a Cole Beasley down the road? 110%. But as far as like a true wide receiver number 1, nah. Diggs still has a solid 2-3 years of him being elite right before I would say that his age starts catching up to him. Then afterwards, hopefully we can draft somebody next year that can develop nicely and really take over that spot afterwards because money's not going to be our best friend for the next couple of years. It's just absolutely true. Like money is not going to be the Buffalo Bills' best friend as far as cap space is concerned. So we're going to have to really hope we hit on the draft for a lot of our future playmakers. We're going to have to. Glenn says 10 grand. And so I want 1 million for someone taking 29 million a year. You're right, Glenn. Glenn, you're right. You're right. I need to go ahead and up my ante. And so I'm getting smacked in the back of the head. Give me a milli. Shoot over a quick milli your way. You know what I mean? Let's make that happen. Let's make that happen. And so I feel like I'd be able to get a lot of revenge. I mean, say that this employee was working for some asshole boss that just like, who knows, just makes his life a living hell at the marina all the time. I'd buy that from the owner and fire the manager. There's a lot of things that I could do with Tyreek Hill money for getting smacked in the face. You're right, man. Listen. And so I need to know my worth, Glenn. I feel like you just showed me that. And so is the big first-round rookie ready to start in the slot? David Soup, I certainly hope so. I have an absolute lot of, I would say, confidence for Dalton Kincaid. I was talking to my buddy about this yesterday. I said that this is the first time where I have had that much confidence and I have been that excited about a rookie coming into the Buffalo Bills, and Dalton Kincaid is that. So we're going to have to see in training camp, but from everything I have seen, and granted it's not a lot, it's shorts and a t-shirt, right? Like we don't know what pads are going to be like. Looks like he has great hands. Looks like he's a great route runner. His college tape, that demonstrates the exact same thing. So I feel like all early signs are pointing to the direction that he's going to be, I would say, and so an immediate impact player, but I guess only time will tell. God knows we need a threat out of the slot this year. God knows we need a threat out of the slot this year. That is for damn sure. And Z-Mad Mafia says, Vaughn tries to manifest every free agent to the Bills. He definitely does. I mean, we can't be mad at the guy. He's trying to, you know, be, oh, yeah, most definitely. So-and-so wants to be a Bill. So-and-so wants to be a Bill. This guy wants to be a Bill. And then it doesn't happen. But you know what? I love the absolute honesty when it comes down into it. Ben Baker's coming in. Did Dable take some of our personnel trainers before he became the Giants head coach? We were super healthy previous seasons. As soon as he left, we were riddled with injuries. Ben Baker, that is actually a great question. I don't know. I do know that he ended up taking a lot of coaches with him, or at least a couple of coaches. Training staff, I'm not even sure. I think when it comes down to it, man, I think it's sort of the luck of the draw. It's just I want to compare it to like the butterfly effect. I think every team has a turn. Some teams are just cursed with injuries or riddled with injuries a hell of a lot more. Let's just hope that last year was our year, and this year we just go back into being ridiculously healthy. We'll see how that plays out. David Strong, we got a Bengals fan in here, man. What's going on, man? Hope all is well. Yeah. So since Sean McDermott is taking over defensive coordinator and head coach, he promoted Eric Washington, our defensive line coach, to also be an assistant head coach so that those responsibilities don't get ignored. I'm completely fine with it. I think that it's going to be good. What up, Amy? Hope all is well. Hope all is well. Thank you so much for joining Don Mafia Live every single Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. EST. We covered a lot of things Buffalo Bills and NFL. It's funny because the title of this video was the Bills are making Eric Washington assistant head coach, but it seems like everyone just wants to talk about Tyreek Hill smacking a Marina employee in the face yesterday. That and Jack Jones. I mean, and so I feel like none of us have been talking about the Jack Jones situation either. Dude's facing time. Dude's facing time if that goes to court. I'm surprised the Patriots haven't officially released the guy yet. And so I know this is a slow time of the year, but I think the Roundtable failed us, still waiting for O-line rankings. Glenn, listen, you and I share that exact same thing. We still have those rankings coming, man. I think that it was tough because a lot of us have been sort of trying to juggle. So we have been trying to juggle sort of these different vacations. I know that TD's daughter graduated one night. He had a bunch of family in town. I had something going on. Richie had something going on. Master at work did. So did Colby. He is our other contributor on the AFC East Roundtable for the Patriots. He just got his tonsils out, so he can't even speak, but it's coming. I promise you it's coming. It's just been scheduling conflicts. And you know what? When it comes down into somebody missing or not being able to get this content out, I will tell you what, it's not going to happen during the season. That I can assure you. I'd rather have some of these things where hey, we can't stream this Wednesday or we can't do our show. I'd rather have it happen now than during the season because the season's about to be a good time. Kincaid is saying, Dan, if you could add one player from another AFC East team to the Buffalo Bills, who would it be? Ooh. I would say Quinnen Williams. I'd say Quinnen Williams from the New York Jets. 110%. I feel like that's the only right answer. Maybe Jalen Waddle, maybe Tyreek Hill, on the outside of Stephon Diggs would be cool too. But I think if we had Quinnen Williams, Von Miller, and then Leonard Floyd, then Ed Oliver, oh, dude, we would be filthy. We would be absolutely filthy. Looks like Diop is hiding, afraid of Tyreek's left hook. Is there any update on Dalvin Cook? No, dude. Both of those dudes are just sitting in limbo. No team's trying to pay them the money that they want. It's funny too because we all thought that both of them were going to be signed almost immediately, and it's just not the case. I wonder how long it's going to take before a team's just look, dog. And so we paying you a 1-year, $3 million contract. Take it or leave it. And then finally they just, they swallow their pride and they do. Listen, Mitchell, I could totally see Shorter moving over to tight end at some point. Shorter, huh? I feel like that's a pretty interesting transition from wide receiver over to tight end. It's definitely a hot take. I think that Shorter is going to make this team, maybe a special team contributor, maybe occasionally on the outside. But the way that I'm looking at our wide receiver room and the way that we're running, let's just say, for example, a spread. Into a spread offense. I'm going to see Diggs on one side, Sherfield on the opposite side of Diggs. Kincaid lined up out of the slot. Maybe Dawson Knox, who knows? Gabe Davis, perhaps. But as far as the outside is concerned, I think Sherfield is going to be opposite of Stephon Diggs. That's my best guess, is who's going to be lined up outside of Diggs most of the time. Then maybe Gabe Davis and him splitting up snaps in that position. And so the Bills open to not be cursed is a big ask. It really is. But for some reason, like curses, as far as injuries, except for last year, was one that we were and so immune to for the most part of the Josh Allen era. And so hope all is well with you too. And so I am on vacation at the lake fishing. That's awesome. That's beautiful. Which lake are you at? It's amazing. Ooh, what do you think of Javon Holland? He's a boss. He's him, bro. He's very good. I am expecting him to have an absolute breakout season. He's a boss. Seriously. And so I love Javon Holland. I really do. And so, as usual, great conversation, Dan. I'm listening. I love how you elaborate on everything. Go Bills. Leah, thank you so much. I really appreciate love. And, I mean, not going to lie to you. Honestly, like, I look at this show of me just going on ahead and hopping on with you guys and just shooting the shit about football. It's the best thing in the world. I enjoy doing it every single day. So, love to hear that. Glenn is coming in saying, this time of the season, I hate no football, and it seems players just have a run-in with the law. I know, right? Way too much free time. Way too much free time. Kim Betts. And so the Cook brothers, how would that work? I don't see that happening. Like somebody ended up putting very eloquently earlier, we have a very good running back room. And nobody is giving it the credit that it deserves, in my opinion. Nobody is giving it the credit that it deserves, that our running back room is absolutely insane. It's pretty wild. And so I'm happy to see more 2 tight end sets. It can be a start of a pretty good run game for us. I agree. Damian Harris, Latavius Murray, James Cook is all we need. We have a very good running back room. Will Nyheim Hines still have an impact in the kick return game with the new kick rule? I mean, here's the thing, right? How valuable is a kick return or a kick returner going to be this year, right? Most kickoffs go well beyond the 25. Most of them, not unless it's an absolute duff. Maybe Hines might want to try and roll the dice and see if he can take it himself. But realistically, I mean, I think it's taking the kick returner out of the equation. It's taking the kick returner out of the equation entirely. So, yeah, maybe. I'm really curious to see. How many of these kick returners are going to roll the dice, regardless, right? Rumors were Hopkins wasn't looking for money, but is looking for money. I'm just confused with that whole thing. Slim JB, I feel like all of us are. I feel like absolutely all of us are. From when that entire situation happened, I had flashbacks of the JJ Watt situation because he said the exact same thing. He said that he wanted to play for a contender, right? And money wasn't important because he made his money. But then he goes and he signs with the Arizona Cardinals. I feel like money is always going to be a motivator. I feel like when it comes down into him trying to be attractive to teams, him wanting to get a lot of looks. Maybe, for example, he thought that would sweeten the pot. Maybe he thought that would maybe he thought that, say, for example, that there was rumors that other teams were looking at him just based off of that statement alone, that would give him extra bargaining power for who knows. But I feel like money was always a number one situation for him. And being with a contender was being with a contender. And so I think a lot of teams struggle with injuries for some reason. They did. Black Lake in upstate New York. Amy, listen, I hope you enjoy. And so I hope you enjoy your fishing out there and your vacation. Enjoy it. It's always good to step away from work a little bit and take care of what's most important. That's that mental health. Andy's coming in saying, love and agree with your continued support for Josh. Glenn saying, and so I hate the Bills as a team, but I do not. And so, but I do hit the like button and show respect towards Dan to help him out. Glenn, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. It has always been a pleasure every single time you've joined the show. You're a great contributor, and you do make some great takes with the occasional sprinkled in, I hate Josh Allen, he's terrible takes, which are fine. It's completely fine. Like I said, listen, I welcome everybody. Into the stream. Bills fans, other fans, who cares? Join, baby. It's all football. We're all football fans here. It's the off season. We want to talk a little bit, see what's going on. And so every day, 2 times a day, unless you party too hard. Kim Betts, listen, I'm a weekend warrior. And so I'm a weekend warrior. Okay, Monday through Friday, I'm good. Monday, Monday, I ended up taking off because it was a holiday. I noticed that Good Morning Football wasn't on. And then also my dad wanted to have some extra time with me as well for an extended Father's Day. So that's why I do. But say, for example, I have a friend coming to town. They're like, damn, let's go to happy hour. I'll be like, hey, guys, we're going to have to reschedule. But for the most part, Monday through Friday, twice a day, make it work. Use the punter for kickoffs. And so it's a shame when we have a talented kicker like Tyler Bass. Very true, because now it's just going to be whatever. But with Tyler Bass, he is going to be a large contributor in that overall field goal situation. Ben Baker is saying, I have been subscribed since your first Bills video. Thank you, man. Look at that. Ben Baker, an OG. My first Bills video, was, I want to say it was about a couple of days before week 1 of the 2019 season. The first year we ended up making the playoffs. With Josh Allen, that is. Yeah. That was my first Bills video. It was in 2019. It's crazy, right? Here we are. Oh, come on, Justin. Go Bills. So Jordan Smith is saying, who are your college football teams do you like? Okay, so I have an uncle that lives about 30 minutes away from Athens, Georgia. So when I moved to South Carolina, we would go visit him quite regularly. And a lot of the times it was during football season. So he would take me to a bunch of Georgia Bulldogs game when I was like 14, 15, 16 years old. And then when I was in college, I would still like drive down to Athens for a couple of homes. So for a couple of home games, went to a bunch of UGA. And so games back when I was in college that were away. So I would say I'm a Georgia Bulldogs fan, and I'm not a Georgia Bulldogs fan because of the most recent national championships, because I followed them well before, back when Alabama just ran away with it every single year. So I will say that I'm a Georgia Bulldogs fan, because when I moved down to South Carolina, like, I didn't care about college football. Like, all I cared about was the NFL. And South Carolina was either USC or Clemson. And so I guess I wanted to be different. So my uncle taking me to games so regularly when I was a kid, I was like, okay, I'm a Bulldogs fan. But I still watch them occasionally. Like, sometimes I'll travel to like one of their away games, like say that they play in USC in Columbia, South Carolina, like I'll go up. I haven't been to like a game in Georgia in about 3 years. I was thinking about going this year for a game. Hopefully their schedule like sort of aligns with the Bills bye week, because I would absolutely love to go to Athens during that time, but we'll see how that plays out. Ben Baker said, yeah, we lost to the Texans that year. We did, man. We did. That was before I started doing my live game reactions too, which is even crazier. And so the 2017 playoff run, the damn ball knew Dan to a real one. I love it, man. Jason Phillips. And so the NFL needs to either get rid of the kickoff or use something like the XFL kickoff. I feel like that's like where we're adjusting to. And so I feel like that's like where we're progressing, like as a league. But I suppose only time will tell. Mitchell, I have been with you when you only had 600 subs. You have come a long way, my friend. Thank you, Willa Grow. Man, bro. My heart. It's crazy because sometimes it feels like I've had, oh my God. Like sometimes it's crazy to like feel that like I went from like 600 to like now 16,000 something. My goal by the end of the season, by the end of the Bills season, is 30,000. That's what I'm hoping for, is 30,000 is what I want to achieve. And I feel like I can do it, but I have to stay as consistent as I am right now, which I am, because this is my career now. Like, this is what I do for a living. This is how I pay my bills, is YouTube, social media, etc. So, oh yeah, most definitely. Like, I think 30,000 is very attainable. So I just need to go on ahead, and I'm going to keep on doing this live show from Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. EST. But obviously, like, some of the topics will change when it comes down into the regular season. And then Bills Mafia happy hour. And then I'm going to be doing my live game reactions, Saturday shows. It's going to be a busy regular season of football. But for now, it's just these two shows, Monday through Friday. One of the two. So we go into the Bucs game. I'll be back in Buffalo for it. So the only game that I'm going to at home for now is the Cowboys game. My buddy's a Cowboys fan, and then I want to bring him up to Buffalo. But I'm thinking about going to one more home game as well. I will look at the schedule, and I will let you guys know when it is. Hopefully, we can go on ahead and make some sort of like event for Bills Mafia. Like, maybe I could throw like some tailgate or something. Make it sick. And so, do you like the college football playoffs expansion into 12 teams? 100%. 100%. Ben Baker says, I think I bought one of your Allen Scarface hoodies. Oh, man, my merch. Man, I remember the merch back in the day. I took all of the old merch off because I'm working on getting some new merch for the regular season. And so a lot of like these, And so a lot of like really cool images are coming out. So I will definitely keep everybody up to date on some of the merch that I plan on selling. I just need to go on ahead. Like right now I'm working with a designer, but I do remember that Josh Allen's Scarface shirt. It was sick. I still have one as well. Sometimes I wear it. Sometimes I don't. Vegas K is saying, I've been a follower since video 1. Thanks, Dan. Looking forward to your takes every day. I appreciate that, man. Dude, this is just love. Milano is the mic. If not, why not? I love Milano, and so I really think that dude, man, is hands down the most underrated linebacker in the league. He's dominant in coverage, and I really need him to step up in a leadership role now that Edmonds has gone to Chicago. Slim is saying, I found your channel before you got monetized also. Then I seen the video you did with RBT drafting for the Bills and took Breece Hall. And though, man, he has come a long way. Love you, bro. Love you, dude. I love RBT. He's the man. He's definitely the man. We were supposed to do something last year, I think, for the Titans game. I think that he had something going on. But and so I still talk to RBT every now and again. Super cool kid. I talk to Tom Grossi every now and again. I was supposed to be on Tom Grossi's Buffalo Bills video. And so he invited me to go up there to be a part of the video, be interviewed like during it and hang out with him. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it work. I also really like That's Good Sports. And so Brandon Perna, and so I've been on his show a couple of times, really like down-to-earth stand-up guy. It's funny in that community, man, like so many of the people that like inspired me to start my own shit were so receptive. Like when I reached out and I was like, yo, let's work together. It's crazy. It's a great community. That's what we are doing, bringing Bucs fans to Buffalo with us to show them how we get down. That's how you do it. And folks, we have 90 people here and only 42 thumb buttons. Please click that button from, hey, listen, y'all, listen. I definitely appreciate the love right then and there, but he is absolutely right, ladies and gentlemen. Smashing the like button takes less than a second. It's completely free, and it helps me out with that YouTube algorithm. So definitely go on ahead and knock that out if you are feeling generous today. That is all I ask, and I appreciate and love each and every single one of you. That's what we are doing. Okay, I already read that. David is coming in saying, I love what Stevie Johnson is doing for the Buffalo community with the kids. He's been doing a lot of really great things. He's been doing a lot of really great things for the community of Buffalo. Great dude. It's great. It's great. Absolutely. Jordan Smith is coming in. How are the Bucs and Broncos home game primetime games, but not the Dallas game? I feel like the Dallas game is late enough. It's late enough where it could be flexed because I'm pretty sure that it's December 17th. I feel like it could be flexed, but we'll see. And what's it listed as of now? So is it a 1 o'clock game? Bills, Cowboys? Let's see if it's 4. Oh, no, it's 4:30. Yeah, it's a 4:30 game. I would be fine with a 4:30 game. I'm not going to lie to you, but My boy Perna, he's the man. And so my boy Justin comes in saying Vaughn's Glasses charity is awesome for the kids as well. My whole family has terrible eyesight, so we relate. I love it. I love it. Let's go. William Payne is coming in saying Bills. The Buffalo Bills can win them all. They certainly can. They certainly can. Just go out there and play the best football we possibly can. And Richard Rush comes in and says something great. He says 4:30 is basically a primetime game. It really is. And it's perfect, too, because, like, say that you win, then you can go out and celebrate. So a little bit, you know? So you're not, like, completely boxed from, like, an 8 o'clock game and, like, drinking from, like, noon to whatever. Jordan Smith is saying, and so do you see all home games being sellouts this year for the Bills? 110%. And so some people are going to be reselling those things for, like, absolutely ridiculous prices, too. Which AFC team you think isn't going to make the playoffs? A lot of good teams this year. Ooh, man, with the questions. With the questions, man. What's a good AFC team that's not going to make the playoffs? The Chargers. And so I can see the Chargers missing the playoffs this year. I could also see the Ravens missing the playoffs as well. Mark is coming in saying, love the promotion. It's Eric Washington will coordinate with McDermott and make such an explosive defensive line. I definitely agree with that, man. Like, I think that him taking over and helping McDermott out with head coaching responsibilities is only going to make the team better because, frankly, that was a concern going into the season. I was just like, I really hope one of these responsibilities right in the coaching room is not going to be ignored or one is not going to be favored over the other. So I think sort of marrying the head coaching responsibilities together was the best possible move that you could. Z-Mad Mafia is saying, Low Piccolo, the Browns, but don't tell Dan. Don't get me started on the Browns, baby. The Browns. And so this is a Bills logo. But I am high on the Browns this year. I really am. All right. Anyway, y'all. This is what's going down. I'm going to sign off for Don Mafia Live. As always, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. EST. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you turn your notifications on so you never miss when I go live at 11 a.m. again. I am going to be live again at 5 p.m. EST for Bills Mafia Happy Hour. We are going to be taking a deep dive into the competition of the AFC East, looking at their rosters, seeing if whether or not that they are truly as big of a threat as the national media is portraying them to be. And we're just going to have an absolute crazy discussion about the Buffalo Bills. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you later. Make sure that you also check out Monta Sleep Mask, proud sponsor of Don Mafia Live every single morning. Best sleep of my damn life. And we will see you at 5 p.m. later today, y'all. Deuces.